So I'm thinking about truth and what we believe to be true and how things are, basically. So what I'm thinking is that our belief about how things work in the world and in the universe and whatever, it seems that it's just a guess about how things work. We've decided how things work and we've put that decision onto the universe. And so far, the universe has played suit. The universe has done what we expect it to do. So we think we know gravity and how gravity works. And so we know that if we're holding something in our hand and we let go, we know that it will drop to the ground. That it has to drop to the ground because of gravity, which we know and understand. But I'm thinking that maybe what we know isn't necessarily true. It's been true up to now, and it's true every time we test it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the absolute truth, and that's how things are. It could be just temporary. So gravity could be temporary. It works for now, and it works every time we tested it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's the way it is. And the reason I'm thinking that is that truth is something that we have invented, basically. We've decided what truth is, and we've imposed our decision on what truth is onto the universe. We've decided that gravity works a certain way, and so we've imposed that on everything around us. But I'm thinking it's not necessarily true, it's not necessarily the case. We just think it's the case, and so we live our life by it. So one day we might let go of an object that we're holding in our hand, and it won't fall to the ground. It will go sideways, or it will go up. Or maybe we'll let go of it and it will disappear or something. There's no reason that that can happen, because we don't know if our thoughts about the universe are true. We only think that they're true, and that's not the same thing. So I don't know if there's a difference between what is true and what we think is true. Thus far, it hasn't been any different. So our thoughts about the universe have followed what we think the universe is. So there hasn't been any contradiction in what we think. We've never had a situation where we let go of something and it flew sideways or went upwards. It always falls to the ground. But I'm thinking that our understanding of the universe is just our imagination of how things work. There isn't any absolute truth to be had. At least I don't think so. I don't see how we could have an absolute truth. Only ideas. And that applies in everything in our understanding of the universe. Everything is our imagination about how things are. And we've made sciences and rules and whatever. And we're determined to believe those things to be true. But I'm wondering if they necessarily are true. It seems to me that truth is something that we've invented. We've created truth. And absolute truth is probably impossible to ever discover. It could be there's no such thing as absolute truth. There is only our imagination of what is true. It's very strange, and I'm not sure if it has consequences. I'm not sure if there's an issue in the difference between absolute truth and the way we see the truth. But I'm thinking on it.